If you're over 60 years old and getting out of your chair suddenly feels like climbing a mountain, this is not just aging. This is muscle loss, and it's happening silently. One day you're holding a grocery bag. Next, you need both arms to push yourself out of bed. Then come the night cramps, the wobbly knees, the silent fear of falling in the shower. And before you know it, that walker in the corner doesn't look so ridiculous anymore. This condition has a name: sarcopenia. It's the gradual loss of muscle mass, strength, and function. And according to the National Institute on Aging, it begins as early as your 50s. But by the time you hit 70, it accelerates fast, unless you stop it. Now here's what most people get wrong. They think you need expensive gym memberships, complicated diets, endless medications. But I've spent 50 years helping people fight back against muscle loss. And the truth is simpler than you think. It starts with what's on your plate. You see, your muscles are hungry, but not for carbs, not for sugar. They're starving for specific nutrients that most seniors are missing, especially at breakfast. So let me ask you, have you felt weaker this year than last year? Do you get tired walking upstairs? Do your legs shake when you stand too long? Comment number 1 if that sounds like you. If not, leave a 0. I want to hear your story, because today I'm going to walk you through the 10 most powerful foods I recommend to my older patients. The same foods that can rebuild muscle, reduce fatigue, and give you back your freedom. But first, hit subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss what could be the turning point for your health. Let's begin. Number 1, the omega secret. Why seniors who eat fish walk better. Let me tell you something most people don't know. Muscle loss doesn't just happen because you're moving less. It happens because your muscles are inflamed, quietly, slowly, from the inside out. That's the real enemy. Low-level inflammation is like rust forming inside your muscles. You don't see it, you don't feel it, until one day your legs start giving out when you try to step up a curb, until walking across the parking lot feels like running a mile. Now here's the good news. There's one food that's been shown, again and again, to fight this rust from the inside. And it's not a pill. It's not a supplement. It's something you can eat with a fork: fatty fish, salmon, sardines, mackerel, trout. These fish are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, specifically 2 powerhouses called EPA and DHA. They don't just reduce inflammation. They help your muscles respond better to the protein you eat in the movement you do. That means your walk around the block, more effective, your morning stretches, more powerful. Even lifting groceries gets you stronger instead of just tired. In 2020, a clinical review in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who ate omega-3 rich fish at least twice a week had significantly higher muscle mass and strength than those who didn't. Not slightly, significantly. That's the omega secret. It doesn't just protect your joints, it helps rebuild your muscles too. So why are so many seniors skipping fish? Because it seems hard to cook, or too expensive, or they're just not used to it. But let me give you some practical advice from my patients who've made this change. If cooking is a challenge, go for canned salmon or sardines packed in water or olive oil. Just make sure to avoid the ones packed in soybean oil or filled with added salt. Always look for BPA-free packaging and go low sodium if you're managing blood pressure. You can throw canned fish on a salad, mix it into mashed avocado on whole grain toast, or just eat it with crackers and sliced tomatoes for a quick lunch. If you can manage fresh fish, even better. Grilled salmon with a little lemon and garlic, baked trout with herbs, even mackerel in a warm grain bowl. The goal is simple. Start with 2 servings a week, 3 if you want faster results. Your muscles won't just thank you, they'll show up stronger, steadier, more reliable. And if you've had trouble walking lately, I mean really walking with confidence, this small step might be the very thing that puts you back on your feet. Let me ask you this. Have you tried adding fatty fish to your week? If yes, what's your favorite way to enjoy it? If not, what's holding you back? Drop your answer in the comments. Your experience could help someone else build the courage to start. And remember, it's never too late to rebuild what time tried to steal. Number 2, The egg mistake that's silently stealing your strength. If I could hand every senior in America just one affordable, powerful food to protect their muscles, I'd hand them an egg. Not a bottle of supplements, not a protein bar, a simple whole egg. Why? Because eggs contain one of the most important amino acids for aging muscles, leucine. It's the spark that flips the switch for muscle building. And here's the part that most people miss. Your body becomes less efficient at absorbing and using protein as you age. That means the protein you ate at 30 doesn't hit the same at 70. You need better protein, not just more. One large egg gives you 6 grams of high-quality, complete protein, but it also delivers a powerful mix of other muscle protectors. Vitamin D to support strength and balance. Vitamin B12 protects your nerves and energy levels. And choline, a little-known nutrient that keeps the signal between your brain and your muscles firing correctly. Now here's the mistake I've seen over and over again. People toss the yolk. They think it's bad cholesterol. But the truth is, the yolk is where the muscle-building magic lives. That's where the vitamin D, the B12, the choline, all of it lives. When you throw away the yolk, you're throwing away the very nutrients that keep your legs working, your posture straight, and your hands steady when you reach for that cup of coffee. A 2021 study from the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health confirmed that adults who included whole eggs in their diet had better muscle retention and balance than those who avoided them, especially in their 60s and 70s. Now let me paint a picture for you. One of my patients, a 72-year-old retired firefighter named Bill, told me he hadn't eaten eggs in years because he was worried about his heart. He was tired all the time. His legs shook when he stood up too fast. He couldn't figure it out. I asked him to start having 2 whole eggs each morning. Scrambled, soft-boiled, however he liked. Within 6 weeks, his energy was back. His gait was stronger. He said, "Doc, I feel like I'm standing taller." And guess what? His cholesterol? Totally normal. Eggs are easy to chew, easy to digest, easy to prepare. They're perfect if your appetite isn't what it used to be. And they give you a reliable shot of strength without needing a huge meal. Try this. Scramble 2 eggs with a handful of spinach. Slice a hard-boiled egg into your lunch salad. Make a veggie omelet for dinner with a little bit of cheese and herbs. You can even cook a batch of boiled eggs and keep them in the fridge. No excuses, no guesswork. Let me ask you, do you eat eggs regularly? If not, why not? Is it the cholesterol myth? The habit? The taste? Let me know in the comments. Your story might shift someone else's mindset, maybe even save their legs. Because I'll tell you what I told Bill. You're not losing strength because you're getting old. You're losing it because your body's been waiting for the right kind of fuel. And eggs, whole eggs, are one of the best fuels you've been missing. Number 3, the green power that feeds tired muscles. If your legs feel heavy when you walk, if getting out of a chair feels like dragging weights, if you're waking up with night cramps or spasms, there's a silent reason your muscles are crying for help, and it may be hiding in your grocery bag, or rather, missing from it. I'm talking about leafy greens, spinach, kale, collard greens, bok choy, the very vegetables most people over 60 walk past in the produce aisle. Now I'm going to be blunt. Skipping your greens is like turning off the water supply to your muscles. Because here's the truth. Leafy greens are not just for heart health or digestion. They're a direct fuel line to your muscles. These humble vegetables are packed with natural nitrates, and nitrates help your blood vessels relax and expand. That means better circulation, and better circulation means more oxygen and nutrients reaching your muscles. When blood flow is sluggish, your muscles starve. You feel weaker, your legs recover more slowly, your balance suffers. And yes, your risk of falling increases. Let's get specific. Spinach and kale are rich in magnesium, a mineral that supports muscle contraction and helps prevent cramps. Without enough magnesium, your legs might lock up when you stretch or spasm in the middle of the night. Sound familiar? And here's something most people overlook. Vitamin K. Vitamin K in leafy greens strengthens bones and keeps your arteries flexible. And when muscles are shrinking, weak bones are more likely to break. One misstep, one fall, and you're in a hospital bed for weeks. But here's the best part. You don't need bowls full of salad to get the benefits. Just 1 cup of cooked spinach gives you over 150 milligrams of magnesium. That's more than 1/3 of what many seniors get in an entire day. You can toss spinach into scrambled eggs, saute bok choy with garlic and a dash of olive oil, blend kale into a smoothie with half a banana and frozen blueberries. And if chewing raw greens is tough on your jaw or dentures, lightly steaming them softens the fibers without destroying the nutrients. Let me tell you about my patient Linda. She's 71, had a hip replacement, and struggles with stiffness every morning. She said, "Doc, I feel like I'm walking through mud." We looked at her diet. Almost no greens. We added half a cup of cooked greens twice a day. In 4 weeks, she wasn't just moving better. She was sleeping through the night without cramps. So let me ask you, are you eating greens every day? If not, what's getting in your way? Drop your answer in the comments. And while you're down there, tell me your favorite way to cook greens. You might inspire someone else to give it a try. Because let me be clear, if your legs are growing weaker, your balance is less steady, and your energy is draining fast, it's not just about getting older. It's about what your muscles are missing, and greens are one of the first lines of defense. Number 4, the nighttime mistake that destroys muscle while you sleep. Every night while you sleep, your body goes into repair mode. At least, it's supposed to. But for millions of seniors, something dangerous happens instead. Instead of rebuilding, the body starts breaking down. Instead of healing, it starts shrinking the muscle, quietly, silently, hour by hour, and while you're lying in bed. This is what scientists call a catabolic state, a condition where your muscles are being broken down for energy because they didn't get what they needed before bedtime. And the biggest mistake that causes this? Not eating the right kind of protein before you sleep. Now I want you to think about your last meal of the day. Did it have any protein? Or was it a small bowl of cereal? Maybe some toast, a cup of tea? If that sounds like you, your muscles went to bed hungry. And when muscles go hungry, they shrink. Now here's the solution. It's one of the most underrated foods for seniors. It's affordable, easy to find, and doesn't require a single pot or pan. I'm talking about dairy, milk, yogurt, cottage cheese. Specifically, dairy rich in casein protein. Casein is a slow-digesting protein. It feeds your muscles gently, slowly, for up to 7 hours while you sleep. It's like leaving a lamp on in a dark room. It keeps your muscles nourished all night long. In 2021, Tufts University published a study showing that older adults who consumed casein-rich foods before bedtime preserved more lean muscle mass and experienced better recovery from physical activity, even when they slept fewer hours. Let me give you a real-world example. A patient of mine named Robert, a 68-year-old former truck driver, was waking up every morning feeling weaker than the night before. He told me, "Doc, I feel like someone steals strength from me while I sleep." I asked about his dinner. No protein, just toast and tea. We added half a cup of cottage cheese before bed. 2 weeks later, he came in smiling. He said, "I'm waking up with energy again. My legs don't feel like jelly anymore." And if you're lactose sensitive, there's still hope. There are lactose-free milk options. Greek yogurt is easier on the stomach. Aged cheeses like Parmesan or cheddar have very little lactose. Even better, fermented dairy, like plain yogurt, helps your gut absorb more nutrients. And when your gut is healthy, your muscles get more of the minerals they need. Try this tonight, a small bowl of plain Greek yogurt with a few blueberries, or a scoop of cottage cheese with cinnamon, or simply a glass of warm milk, about 1/2 cup, with a pinch of turmeric, nothing fancy, just quiet, powerful support for your muscles. So let me ask you this. What do you eat before bed? And do you wake up feeling stronger or more tired than the night before? Tell me in the comments, and don't be shy. Someone else might need to hear what's working for you. Because when you eat the right thing before bed, you don't just rest, you rebuild. Number 5, the plant protein that replaces what age took away. Let me tell you something that might surprise you. Most seniors I treat believe that to build muscle, they need to eat more meat, steak, chicken, turkey, bacon. And yes, animal protein has its place, But what if I told you there's a plant-based food that can do just as much, maybe even more, for your aging muscles? It's time to talk about soy. Now, I know some of you might raise an eyebrow. You've heard rumors, you've seen headlines. But here's the truth, backed by science, not fear. Soy is one of the only plant foods that offers complete protein. That means it provides all 9 essential amino acids your body needs to repair and rebuild muscle. And here's why it matters even more if you're a woman over 60. After menopause, your body produces less estrogen, and that hormonal drop accelerates muscle loss. But soy contains isoflavones, natural compounds that act like gentle estrogen replacements in the body. Not hormones, not medication, but a quiet helper that supports muscle retention when your natural levels fall. In 2019, a study published in the Journal of Nutrition, Health and Aging found that older women who consume soy products at least 3 times per week had greater lower body strength and reduced muscle breakdown markers compared to those who didn't eat soy at all. That's real food, real data, real strength. Let me tell you about Sarah, one of my longtime patients. She's 74, active in her garden, but after a long winter indoors, she started feeling weaker. She said, "I'm afraid I won't be able to dig or carry pots this spring." She wasn't eating enough protein, and none from plant sources. We added tofu, stir-fried with garlic and spinach, twice a week, some edamame as an afternoon snack, and a warm bowl of miso soup in the evening. 8 weeks later, Sarah told me she was back in the yard, hauling bags of soil without help. So here's what you can try. Tofu, grilled, stir-fried, or cubed into soup. Edamame, steamed and sprinkled with sea salt for a quick snack. Furfanui, miso, a warm, healing broth with fermented soy and minerals. And no, soy doesn't feminize men. That's a myth. Many male patients of mine benefit from soy's anti-inflammatory effects and cholesterol-lowering properties, both of which support heart health and muscle endurance. If you're new to soy, start small. Look for non-GMO, minimally processed options. Stick with whole foods, not heavily processed soy bars or powders. So now I'll ask you, have you ever cooked with tofu, tried edamame, or sipped a bowl of miso soup? If you have, tell me how you like to enjoy it. If you haven't, tell me why not. What stopped you? I promise. Once you get comfortable with these plant proteins, you might be amazed at how your body responds. Because the truth is simple. Age may have taken something away, but the right food can bring it back. Number 6, the lean meat that powers every step you take. There's a reason we talk so much about protein in aging. Because without it, your muscles shrink, your legs weaken, and everyday movements, which like stepping up a curb or carrying a basket of laundry, turn into exhausting challenges. But let's be clear, not all proteins are created equal, and not all meats support your muscles the same way. Today, let's talk about one of the most underrated muscle protectors on your plate, lean poultry. I'm talking about skinless chicken breast, turkey meat, simple, clean, easy to digest protein. Especially important when you're over 60. 1 3-ounce serving of chicken breast, about the size of your palm, delivers about 26 grams of complete protein. That's more than 1/3 of what many older adults need in an entire day. And it comes without the heavy fats or cholesterol found in red meats. But here's where it gets even better. Poultry is rich in vitamin B6 and niacin, 2 critical B vitamins that act like spark plugs in your metabolism. They help turn the food you eat into energy your muscles can use. Without them, you could be eating well, but still feel tired, sluggish, or weak. Let me share a quick story. My patient John, a 69-year-old grandfather of 5, told me, "Doc, I eat plenty, but I'm still tired all the time. I thought it was my heart." We looked closer. He was eating a lot of carbs, toast, pasta, potatoes, but very little lean protein, especially at lunch. So we made a simple change. Grilled turkey slices on whole grain bread, a bowl of chicken and vegetable soup with lentils, and roasted chicken breast with greens for dinner. 4 weeks later, he said, "I'm not just eating, I'm getting my energy back. I can keep up with my grandkids again." Here's the point. Your muscles don't just need fuel, they need the right kind. And lean poultry gives them the pure, powerful building blocks they've been missing. And don't worry, this isn't about complicated recipes. Here are a few ideas that my patients love. Oven-roasted chicken breast with steamed broccoli and brown rice. Turkey slices wrapped in lettuce with mustard and avocado. Shredded chicken stirred into a warm soup with carrots and beans. Just remember, avoid fried options or salty processed deli meats. Stick with grilled, baked, or roasted versions. Season with herbs, lemon, or olive oil. Keep it simple and heart-friendly. Let me ask you, when was the last time you had a good serving of lean chicken or turkey? And what's your favorite way to prepare it? Leave your answer in the comments. You might give someone a new dinner idea tonight, because every bite of the right food, it is a step toward reclaiming your strength. One meal, one muscle, one day at a time. Number 7, the forgotten foods that fight fatigue and build muscle from the inside. Most seniors don't think of beans, lentils, peas, and chickpeas as muscle food, but they are. Legumes are packed with plant-based protein, iron, and slow-digesting carbs. A trio that keeps your energy steady, muscles nourished, and blood sugar balanced. 1 cup of cooked lentils gives you about 18 grams of protein and 3 milligrams of iron, key for oxygen delivery to muscles. Iron deficiency is common in older adults, and without enough oxygen, muscles feel heavy, weak, and tired. These foods are also full of fiber, which supports gut health, and a healthy gut helps you absorb more of the nutrients your muscles need. Try lentil soup with carrots and onions, chickpea salad with olive oil and lemon, black beans stirred into brown rice. Avoid canned beans with added salt. Rinse them well or cook your own. My patient Mary, 73, struggled with afternoon fatigue. We added half a cup of beans at lunch. She called me 2 weeks later and said, "Doc, I finally made it through the day without needing a nap." So let me ask you, do you eat beans regularly? What's your favorite legume dish? Comment below because someone else may need your recipe to regain their strength. Number 8, the tiny powerhouses that quietly protect your muscles. Sometimes the smallest foods carry the biggest impact. Nuts and seeds are a perfect example. Almonds, walnuts, chia seeds, flax seeds. They may be tiny, but they're loaded with magnesium, vitamin E, zinc, and plant-based omega-3s. These nutrients protect your muscles from oxidative stress, help your muscles relax and contract smoothly. And in men, zinc supports healthy testosterone levels, which is crucial for maintaining muscle mass. Just a small handful a day, about 1 ounce, can make a difference. Try chopped walnuts in oatmeal, a spoonful of chia seeds in yogurt, almonds with an afternoon apple, but don't overdo it. They're calorie-dense. Keep it to a small portion and skip the salted, sugar-coated versions. One of my patients, George, 70, started eating almonds daily. 3 weeks in, his leg cramps at night disappeared. He said, "Doc, I thought it was magic, but it was just a handful of nuts." So let me ask you, what's your go-to nut or seed, and how do you include it in your meals? Share it below. Someone reading may thank you for it, because healing doesn't always require something big. Sometimes strength begins with a handful. Number 9, the sweet snack that helps muscles heal faster. If your muscles feel sore after a short walk, if you recover slower than you used to, there's one sweet solution growing in nature's candy aisle. Berries. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, blackberries. They're more than just dessert. They're packed with antioxidants, especially anthocyanins and vitamin C, which help reduce muscle inflammation and repair micro tears caused by movement. That means less stiffness after exercise, faster recovery, and better endurance with less pain. Berries also support insulin sensitivity, so your muscles absorb nutrients more efficiently, a key to preserving lean mass. They're easy to add. Toss blueberries into yogurt, blend strawberries into a smoothie. Eat a handful as a snack, frozen or fresh, both work. My patient Nancy, 75, started eating half a cup of mixed berries each morning. She told me, "I used to feel sore just from walking my dog. Now I enjoy it again. So let me ask you, do you eat berries regularly? What's your favorite kind? Drop your answer in the comments. Someone else may take that as the sign they needed to start, because recovery doesn't have to be slow. Sometimes it just needs the right kind of sweetness. Number 10, the simple powder that saves muscle. When you can't eat enough. Let's face it, some days you just don't feel like eating. Your appetite is low, your stomach feels off. Chewing a full meal feels like a chore. But your muscles don't care how tired you are. They still need fuel. And when they don't get it, they start to shrink. That's where whey protein comes in. Whey is a fast-digesting, high-quality protein that's rich in leucine, the amino acid that tells your body it's time to build muscle now. It gets absorbed quickly, making it ideal after light activity or when your appetite is low. One scoop can provide 20 to 25 grams of clean protein without needing to cook, chew, or eat a heavy plate of food. Mix it with water. Blend it into oatmeal. Stir it into a smoothie with a banana and berries. And here's something most people don't know. Whey also contains cysteine, which helps your body produce glutathione, one of the most powerful antioxidants your muscles need to fight aging and damage. My patient Charles, 76, was recovering from an illness and barely eating. We added one whey shake each day. Within 2 weeks, he was walking with more confidence and regaining weight, the healthy kind. Just make sure to choose a high-quality whey isolate with no added sugar or fillers, and always talk to your doctor before starting a new supplement. Let me ask you, have you ever tried whey protein? Did it help you feel stronger? Leave a comment. Your experience could be the one that helps someone finally try it, because sometimes the smallest habit, a scoop, a shake, a moment of effort, it can change the course of your strength for years to come. You've just walked through 10 of the most powerful foods I've recommended for over 50 years. Foods that nourish your muscles, support your recovery, and help you move through life with strength, stability, and dignity. But here's the truth. Knowing is not enough. You've got to take action. Your muscles aren't just waiting for the next pill or procedure. They're waiting for you to feed them, to care for them, to believe they're still worth fighting for. So don't wait. Choose one of these foods, add it to your day today, then add another tomorrow. Drop a comment below. Which food are you going to try first? And while you're here, hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications. We're building a movement, one strong step at a time. And I want you in it. Before you go, if you found this helpful, I promise you don't want to miss what's next. Tap here to watch. 5 fruits that rebuild strength after 60. It's the perfect next step in rebuilding your energy from the inside out, one bite at a time. Thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing strength. And remember, it's never too late to start living well again.